Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to the channel Automation Testing 1.
Hello guys, good morning. So today we are going to see about Git. Git means what? It's a version control system. What is mean by version control system? To keep track of versioning, the systems are useful. Okay. So as simple as that. It's been a long time. No one is working on individual projects. So it's always been a team working on a particular project. So we need a good collaboration in designing the code, even for automation or development. So in both places, we need a place where we can keep track of our code. Okay. So there, this version control system came into picture. Long back there is Subversion, CVS, Perforce, but widely now Git is used and it's free and open source. Okay. So, at a short introduction, Git means version control system, which gives you permission to push, pull, merge, create a branches, and a lot of advantages available. That's what we're going to see. And one more advantage is like when you work as a team, like previously what we used to do, like you keep it somewhere, and whatever your update, someone will overwrite, and their update you will overwrite. So end of day, someone will lose their coding. So they used to maintain local branch and somewhat they wanted to adjust. And there is a lot of miscommunication and rework is happening. So once Git come into picture, example like once you introduce Git into your project, there will be a much more collaboration and there won't be any rework. Okay, let's get started. So the first and foremost thing what you have to do, you have to download Git from this website. Okay, it's free to use. For example, if you're using a Windows, you have to click on Windows. If you're using a Mac, click on Windows Mac. Okay, so download. Okay, once you download this, the next step what you are going to do is, so this will be available. This will get installed in your machine. Once you download, you have to right click and run as administrator and install. Okay, so now let's get started. So for example, I create a folder. This is my folder. Okay, so if you right click, since I already installed, you can see open git bash here. This command will come. So if you are not installed or installation is failed, this is not going to come. So once it's installed, you will get this and go traverse to the folder where you want your files to be created as a repository. Okay, as simple as that. So once you click this, you'll get the screen. So the first step, you need to check whether the installation is popped up. You can't Git version. So here you go. This is my version of Git. It's been already installed. So the step number 2, you need to configure your username and email. Okay, which we are going to use for our GitHub. That we are going to see in the next step. Okay, so this is the command. So once it's done, you have to configure your git config global username. Right, you can paste because controls you won't work with command prompts. Okay, so this is my username and whatever email ID you have to use that. So just give your email ID. These are all pre-requests. Okay, so the first step is done. So the next step what you have to do, I returned on all the statements so that it's easy for you people to understand. So the next step is you have to initialize the git. To initialize the git, the command is git imit. Okay. So if you see the statement clearly say initialize the empty git repository in the particular place. Now if you go here, we don't have any files. So ls. This is the command used to see what is inside this folder. No, nothing is there. So let's create a text file. Test. Okay. Let's put some word. Save it. That's it. So this file is done. So come back to the command prompt, type ls. So you have seen that Git has identified there is a file inside the folder, but still it's not in Git. So what is the next step? Git goes in this shape from your local to staging, staging to commit. Okay. So in order to go to the staging, if you see, let's try first check the status of the Git. If you read it clearly, there is an untracked file test.sq.txt which is not yet added. So what we do? Git add to track it. So git add file name test.sq.txt. So now our file is added. You can check it by git status again. Now you have seen. Now it is in the staging environment. So once it moves to staging, what is the next step you have to do? You have to commit it. There is one more thing, like for example, just one file I have showed. If you want to add all the files in the particular folder, example, let's create a multiple. Let me copy it from somewhere. I just copied it, pasted it. So two more files we have. So what we are going to do is git add all. So that is the command. Git add all. What will do? It will move all the files to staging. Okay. I'm really sorry. Git add hyphen all. So it has added all the files to staging. If you want to check this, use git status. Enter. You can see now we have 3 files in the staging. Now just commit it. It's the last step. So this is the command for commit. Git commit -m. This is nothing but you are giving a git message. This is very much important, because by seeing this only other person will get to know what is the changes happened as part of this update. Done. So if you see, the first part is done. So we are done with Git creation. Means like now we have seen how to create a folder and move it to Git, and how to commit the changes whatever we are doing. And we have inbuilt commands in Git. If you want to see if you are not unaware of commands in Git, just right click Git. For example, I want to know the commands in help commit. It shows all the commands which is related to help. See, if you see -m, which we have used is for message, -q for quit. So whatever is there, you can just go through this. If you want to see all the commands, git help, that's it. It will give you all the commands in Git. Okay. So we are done with the main branch. If you see here, it's a master branch. So now we are going to learn about branches. So what is branches? So why do we need a branch? Master is something which should not be untouched. Means like once the model is ready, you developed it and you move it to master. That's it. Okay. Now if you want to do any changes, you need to create in your branch, then push it to master. Merge it with the master. We should not disturb the master as far as it is a emergency. Even it's an emergency, you take a clone of your master to a branch, update it, then merge it back to the master file. Okay, this is what it goes. That's what we're going to see. So the first step is git branch. We're going to create a branch. Let me give some good name. Okay, test SQ. That sounds good. So this is my new branch. So this is my new branch. The next step is what you have to do. You have to move to, now currently if you see the focus is on master. Let's go back to the new branch. For that the command is git checkout. That will give the new branch name. That's it. Okay. So now we move to this. Now what is happening? If you see here, so as of now nothing has changed. Okay. Now let's go to the folder and create one more file. Okay. And let's update this file. Save it. Okay. So totally two changes we have done. One is a new file, other one is a update. Okay. So what we have to do, git add all. Let's go for git status. You can see there is one new file which is added and one more is modified. Okay. Now let's commit this. Please be careful with the commands because this is a Linux window. You should be careful with the commands. Let me give a message. Created a branch with 2 new files. Okay. So done. We are done with the branch. So currently what is happening? One is main, other one is a branch. Two things we have created. Let's see. For example, all of a sudden you got a requirement like some emergency fix should go. So what you should do? So what we are planning to do now is let's clone the main master branch. Then what we will do? We just work on the changes, then commit it back to the master branch. Okay. So for that, first you have to go to master branch because the current focus is on our child branch. So now the focus is in master. Now we are going to create a new branch. So this is the shortcut for creating -b. If it's not available, immediately it will create a branch. So emergency fix has been created. Now the branch has been created. Let's change it. The focus is also moved to this branch. Okay. So what we do is we'll go to the file and do some changes. So if you see here, once you move to this one and the change which you had done in the branch is gone away. Okay. And emergency. Save it. And apart from that, I will add one more file. If you see, whatever the file we have added in the branch is no more available here because it stays to the branch. Now we are in the master emergency one. Okay. So this is done. Now what we'll do is we'll add it. Now let's add all. So commit. So commit it. So here update what we have updated. We have updated a text file and one more file. Updated text file. Okay. So now we are done with. So totally what are things available? One is master branch, other one is test SQ branch, other one is emergency fix branch. Now let's go ahead and emergency fix is done. So let's move ahead and merge this with the main branch. Okay, so let's focus. Go back to the main branch and use merge command. Git merge emergency fix. That's it. So now the merge is done because there is a emergency branch. So next what you'll do, you just delete this branch. It's no more needed. It's created just for that emergency purpose. So -d will do that for you. Git branch and D an emergency fix. So what will happen? It will delete emergency fix. Done. So what we are left with now, the master branch and test SQ branch. Master and test SQ branch. Okay, let's not confuse the master with test SQ. So go back to the master branch. So sorry, I'm really sorry. Already we are on master. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to merge this with the test SQ. So git merge. What is our branch name? Test SQ, right? Okay, test SQA. If you see, the merge automatic mergers fail because there is a failure. Because what happens, the original one and this one is having a problem. So what we should do, we should go and fix the problem. Okay, let's put the git status. So both modified. Let's open to go back to this one and this document. This is what creating a problem. So if you see here, it says master is having this, child is having something different. So let me remove all these things. Control S, save it. Now come here. So there is a file, right? Git. Problem is with test SQ that we fixed it now. Now what we have to do is just commit it. Commit. So everything is done. Now there is no conflict, and end of the day, if you see here, everything has been moved to repository. So all the files which we have created as a part of emergency fix also coming here, and a part of original one also coming here, and whatever changes, all the changes has been implemented. So the job is done for this branch. Let's delete the test SQ branch. So what is the command? Git you can scroll like this so that you will easily get the recent ones. So git branch delete -d test SQA. Done. So that is all about Git. Means like we have understood how Git works. How do you create a branch? How do you create a master branch? How do you apply your changes? And how do you revert your changes? How do you merge the branches between two different branches? So now we understood Git. So let's start with GitHub in the upcoming tutorial or like in the upcoming chapters. Okay. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.